sometimes I pray and I think about not only what has God done for me, like given sort of blessing, but what He has kept me from. That is a whole testimony in and of itself of what He has kept you from, things that you can't even see or imagine. There could have been some sort of accident, some sort of attack that the enemy had, that because you prayed, because you fasted, because you were seeking Him, because He knew how to have your angels sent to guard you, He has protected you from these different things. And so we need to make sure that we're opening up our mouths and testifying as to who God is, who Christ is, and let's utilize the power of the blood of the Lamb. And they have defeated Him by the blood of the Lamb and by their testimony. And they that did not love their lives so much that they were afraid to die. Revelation 12:11. This is a commonly quoted scripture, especially the part about the blood of the Lamb and the testimony. And I love it because we have to realize that we defeat the enemy. When it says him, it's referring to the enemy, it's referring to Satan himself, along with his demons, the powers, the sources, the systems that he operates within. He is defeated by the power of the blood of the Lamb, which we know is Jesus Christ, and by our testimony. So it requires us to have faith in the blood of the Lamb and action in our testimony. And I want to harp on the testimony portion of things because I don't think we use that as a weapon enough. When it comes to defeating anything, and of course you have to read the verse in context, but when it comes to defeating anything regarding the enemy, I mean, the enemy attacks our minds very easily. So when it comes to doing anything, we need to make sure that we're opening our mouths and we're using the testimony, what we know God has brought us through, what we know His promises are, what we know He has done previously. So for one, it will strengthen and remind you of what He can do in the future because you're reminded of what He has already done in the past. And that is powerful in and of itself, because if you're going through a hard time, you're going to say how good you know God is, how faithful He is, how He has kept you in a strong mind, how He has kept you through difficult situations. Like, you're going to remind yourselves of the specifics of your situation. You don't need to harp on anybody else's situation, because we all have testimony of how He has kept us in a protection. Like, if nothing else that you can think of in the moment, like protection. Our reflection for today says you can't get freedom to overcome anything if you do not open your mouth and proclaim the power of Jesus Christ in your life. Let's open our mouths and let's testify.